Living and engaging in the world today often includes talking to people in large online forums like Reddit. Inevitably, we will run into a disagreement with another person. While we can always respond in the moment in frustration, that type of engagement typically doesn't lead in a positive direction for either person involved. When responding to someone who is wrong on Reddit, it's important to maintain a respectful and constructive tone, even when our feelings are leading us in a different direction. Here's a general approach to consider: stay calm and polite. Avoid using confrontational language, particularly insults. Even though you are communicating through computers and internet networks, it's important to remember the recipient's humanity. Beginning your response in a neutral tone will increase the likelihood that the other person will read your comment in a clear headspace. Acknowledge common ground. Begin by acknowledging any valid points the person may have made, even if they are outweighed by their incorrect statements. This can help create more receptive atmosphere that we mentioned before. Present correct information. Correct the inaccurate information with facts, evidence, or reputable sources, yet keep in mind that this alone is not enough to convince the other person in your favor, but it should still be the basis of your communication. Be clear and concise in your response, providing any relevant details. Use neutral language. Avoid making the person feel attacked or defensive. Use neutral language and frame your response as an opportunity for a healthy discussion or exchange of information. Here you can convey that you have read and internalized their response, which will help them feel seen and heard. Ask questions. Sometimes asking questions can be an effective way to lead the person to reconsider their position. Questions can encourage critical thinking and self-reflection. Encourage learning. End your response by encouraging the person to learn more about the topic or ask further questions, but try not to insinuate that their current knowledge or experience of the topic is invalid. Express that you're open to continuing the discussion if they have any doubts or want more information. Avoid prolonged arguments. If a person continues to be resistant to correction or becomes hostile, it's often best to disengage from the conversation, since prolonged arguments rarely lead to productive outcomes. So remember ultimately that Reddit and online social media platforms are full of people with diverse backgrounds and opinions. So maintaining a respectful and informative tone can help foster healthy discussions and promote learning.